want to start by saying that one of the functions of the university chancellor is to inspire its faculty. So the well-known love of Chancellor Miranda to honeybees makes us even more excited about our research. And in a minute, you will find out why I'm talking about honeybees, whereas the lab that we run together with Dr. Vasquez-Laszlo actually studies the ribosome. So the ribosome is the most complex molecular machine in the cell. It is essential for life because ribosome makes all the proteins in the cell. So in our lab, we're trying to understand how the ribosome works, but we're also trying to learn how you can stop ribosome from making proteins. And this is actually very important to understand how you can impair the ribosome, because ribosome is one of the main targets for antibiotics, the drugs that we use to kill bacteria, infections that make us sick. So all those antibiotics, they stop ribosome from making proteins. The bad news is that microbes are very smart, and they very rapidly can become resistant to our antibiotics. And because of that, we, the humans, and they, the microbes, are in the constant race. They're trying to become resistant, and we humans, and in particular us humans in the College of Pharmacy, UIC, trying to find better drugs. And in this race, we are sometimes assisted by unexpected helpers. We found out that honeybees make their own antibiotics. They make those antibiotics to protect themselves from infections. So we were studying one of these antibiotics, which is called apidacin. It is an antimicrobial peptide produced by honeybees. And what we found out is that apidacin binds in the very heart of the ribosome of the bad bugs. And by doing that, it stops microbes from making proteins. So this is wonderful news, of course, but what's the most cool about apidacin is how it stops ribosomes from making proteins. So to make the proteins, the ribosome needs to run on the genetic track. It needs to start at the departure station, then it runs on the track making proteins, and finally it comes to the line terminal. So all the antibiotics we knew until recently are those which either do not allow the ribosome to leave the departure station or stop it on its tracks. Apidacin is different because apidacin stops the ribosome when it enters the terminal station. And this is actually very cool. Imagine you have a tram line and you stop the very first tram at the end of the line. You will stop not only this tram, but all the other trams on the same line, which would be stuck behind the first one and won't be able to complete their job. The same is apidacin. Arresting one ribosome at the end of the genetic track, take all the other ribosomes on the same track out of business. So studying apidacin, we hope we will come up with a better antibiotics, will combat resistance, and what's most important, understand better how the ribosome works. And thank you for your attention.